Alright everybody, welcome to the first gameplay session from a brand new game from Obsidian Entertainment, one of my favorite all-time game developers who have done such things as Knights of the Old Republic, Neverwinter Nights, so on and so forth. Great company, they've done some amazing games. Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, some of the best CRPGs I've played in a very long time. They have a new game out called Pentiment, which looks completely different than anything I've ever played before. I don't honestly know a lot about it because I tried not to spoil it for myself, so we're going to be trying it for the first time. I am playing it on the Xbox Series X as part of my Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, but let's just dive right in and see what we can see. Don't forget though, if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get more, because I will be doing more videos in this gameplay series and beyond. Ooh, we can choose font styles? Let's use the easy read fonts. Got it. Oh, so it's a stone? I can move a stone around? What's the point of the stone? Press stone. Oh, am I... Apparently I'm deleting something for some reason. I love the music. But again, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. Oh, such good games. Knights of the Old Republic 2. Well, we're being given lots of medieval textbooks. Oop, there's a map. Italy in the Mediterranean. Ooh, Josh Sawyer directed this one. Oh, sir. Hats off, sir. Tassing Very Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. An artist's mind, an artist sleeps. An artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, by the way, we are going to adjust the music down a little bit because I think that was a little too loud. Alright, so Andreas. Oh, I get to pick what the abbot said to him. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. Brother Piero is such a source of wisdom and encouragement for you, though. Indeed, but the rule of the Christian contemplative life demands that the brothers not engage in idle chatter. Jesus Christ, what a pack of dullards. Be happy you're only stuck there for a few more months, Andreas. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Aha! I replied that the rule was for him, not for me. I'm an artist, not a monk. And thank Christ for that! Ha 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 ha! This calling is to God, yours is to your labor and the illumination that it brings. It's the abbot's house, so everyone has to play by his rules, or rather, the rule. Despite the abbot's eye, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? Ooh, that's a good question. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. So true. Will you visit us again soon? Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Of course. If you are not here by tomorrow night, I pray that you will be someplace as pleasant. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Bye no more to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ow! At least if they would stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. Oh, I know old John wants you to endure the abbot shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. Hey! Ah! Would you please? I like the one guy licking the edge of the boat. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Who's poking me? Good morning, Ursula. Go under. Time to get up. One. The Baron. April 1518. Quests. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work on at the scriptorium. The Picatrice, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Prior Ferenc keeps giving all these books to read. I should really clean this up. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Out of curiosity, did it just say... No, okay. Group. Section. Oh, there's a map. I'm at the Gertner farm presently. Ah, and these are the people that I've met so far. Prior Ferenc of Pex, originally from Hungary. Ferenc is the prior of Kersau Abbey and is responsible for running the scriptorium, known for his interest in esoteric books. Brother Piero of Verona is an artist of Kherson Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. He's also respected as a master painter specializing in works of extraordinary color. The Nuremberg is a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, a major trade center and city of arts, including printing. The rule is the Rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. It's a book of instructions for monks living under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Okay. I don't need to go to bed again. I can't go any further this way, so let's go down. Ursula. Under. Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stopped by? Yes, around dawn. Oh, a letter. Here you are, Andreas. Thank you, Clara. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on that taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Well, wait, were these taxes unexpected? Peter says the taxes didn't go up for years, but ever since we've been married, it's just gone up and up. It used to be that we didn't have the money, we could make payment in kind of some of our crops. The Abbot stopped that last year. Now, if we don't get a good price from the miller, it's hard to give the Abbey its share. But I know it's not your problem, Andreas, and Peter's too proud to ask you himself. Can you find it in your heart to help us out? I think I can manage that. We're so grateful. I'm sorry for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Peter works hard, but it just seems like it's never enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferric allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master, but I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Now, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. It must be rather frightening starting all over again. It is, but I know this is what I want to do. Oh, it said this will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say, God rest his soul. Now I have to get back to my own work now. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Gruckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. So I'm very curious, do they have voiceovers? I don't know if this has... Oh, it has. So it's just Microsoft voices. Okay, so it's not like we're gonna get actual voiceovers, so never mind. Eva. Hello, Andreas. Oh, she sees nothing to say. All right. So we've established that I'm an artist. I'm working on my masterpiece. I live at a farm, and I am completing a commission, and have been for the last 2 months. Hello, Peter. Andreas. Peter. What's the difference? God bless you. Ugh. Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. Well, the weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Were things very different when you were young? No, it's different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. Ooh. I like you get lots of options for dialogue, so you get to kind of tell your own story. Great dialogue options, as usual, from Obsidian. You think the spirits have been following your leather since no one follows the customs anymore. Sharper than you look, eh? Saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannin Kimper knew that. Bastard Abbot may not like it. Some of us keep the traditions alive. Like the old widow, Ortilia. Yeah. She always hangs the door frame and lavender to keep the spirits out. I see. I should go. Alright. God bless you. Guess I can't go out that way. Big George. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? No, just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with a plough and it took me Lord to know how long to pull it out. You off to the abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now. Smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your wander before you came to Tassing? I don't know if I pronounced that right, by the way. Ooh. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Basil. Anders knows some Italian and French, can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. He knows some Dutch and French, can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. He knows Italian, a little Greek, and culture. I want to be Italian. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy. No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I'll have that long, Big George. You spend all the time in Italy doing anyway. Other than art, I mean. Ooh, I was a hedonist? We'll do craftsman. Other than art? Nothing. That's what I was there for. Art is the whole point, Big George. The craft. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, sorry I asked. Anyway, I have to get going. Art! Let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Alright, hold up. That's the map. I'm at the Commons. Where do I want to go? Get across town and head up to the Abbey. I'm assuming the Abbey is the Our Lady of the Labyrinth. It doesn't actually show me an objective for the moment. So it looks like I want to go right. Martin, please, can you give us a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andres, excuse me. One of the fence rails fell off and the sheep started hopping it. Anything I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? No. Then no, but thank you. Very Christian of you to offer. Oh, look, there's something going on at the Steinhauer's place. Who's on that horse? He looks rich. I don't know, Martin. But Lucky's giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen that Lucky worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Not to my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? If you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, Andreas, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Hope you're out, cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. What an ass. I need to go up one, I think. Oh, oh, what is he? Did he do it in another language or something? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Go to her. You still coming by for supper tonight? Mary and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see the new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Ullenspiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas lets you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from adventure stories of questionable moral repute. He doesn't mind those so much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Ooh. Supper tonight after Vespers? Of course. Thank you. I'll tell Mary about your coming. See you then. Ah, the Abbey. God bless, Master Mela. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. I was just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? I'm gonna sigh. Andres, do you think I like saying these silly things to get people to come to church? Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the History to Serre he was working on, who was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find his second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes, sir. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see a manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. It's an honor to meet you, lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberg artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518? No, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord. It would be an honor. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to sup at the abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the abbot's table. Oh, man, I already have dinner planned with the other guy. Did the abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about Father. Just show up after Vespers. What's he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We'll see you then. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking to the Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vacation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I wholeheartedly agree. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the Church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus. Everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, what a shame. What was your area of study? Imperial law. Bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire's such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. Phew. If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothkvogel. Pets as dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Oh, I wonder what that's all about. Those rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Oh, who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. What if your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, of course. Did you have a favorite subject? Ooh. Oh yeah, we're taking the occultist. I used my access to the university library for more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. I look forward to it, my lord. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? Heavens and earth. I love studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Formerly, I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And it may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness learning about plants and animals. Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but De Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there is more that we can learn about plants and insects and animals by observing them in nature. Beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. Ah, there is the abbey. I have good memories of this place and Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kierso at all? My families have been patrons of Kierso for, oh, how many generations? Some years ago I heard that Kierso still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, but I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Kierso is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned the manuscript to Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would step by and check on its progress. And you're the artist working on it. It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no. I do know the artist well, though. The venerable brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. He's an incredible talent for colour. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Niklaus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Gano. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so. I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord. I wasn't expecting you for another few days. I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, Yes, I mean, it's no trouble. Do you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from your kitchen? Uh, yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you would do with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father. I'm eager to get to work. Then get to work. So he's grumpy that I'm late. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Find a way to get paid. Alright, there's the shrine, church, lower abbey, cloister. So where's the scriptorium? Oh, inside. Oh my god, this game is much bigger than I thought. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get over to the scriptorium, which looks like it's probably inside the building. Yeah, that's somehow back in the back, so I'll have to figure out how to get over there. But for now, that's about as far as I'm going to go for this first session of this game. That's the church, that's the shrine, that's the lower abbey. Wait, what's this over here? The convent garden. Oh, and this must have been where I came up from, the lower abbey. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, that was the stables and guest house and everything. Anyway, I have to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen, because I got some 5th edition tabletop to prep for the session tonight. This is intriguing, to say the least. It's definitely heavy on text, which I appreciate because it's an Obsidian game, so I have no doubt that the storyline is going to be amazing. It obviously is a much different visual style than anything they've done before. So based just on that alone, it's very intriguing to me that they've gone with this sort of, I don't want to call it a Monty Python type of art style, but definitely like an old Renaissance painting style. And I'm curious about what's gonna happen next, because I vaguely remember I thought there was like a murder that happened or something, and you had to solve the murder, but I don't know. Maybe I should actually. I'm gonna go look real quick because I want to kind of think about this before we get any further, because I'm very genuinely curious about what I'm getting into with this game. Pentiment. Dun, 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 dun. Very quickly, we're going to look up the story. Says, yeah, the player, journeyman artist Andres Meller investigates the murder of a prominent person for which his friend has been accused. The story spans 25 years. So it looks like we're going to be going across a wide variety of time areas, time stamps, whatever. But that's the general idea of the game. I look forward to playing it. If you want to see me play through it, this is going to be a play series here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update as I continue to play through this from time to time. Don't forget, if you like what you see here today, it would be awesome if you could support the channel. Hopefully you do, to keep me on the air full time and to support the creation of videos such as these. The easiest way is just to drop a super thanks on this video, but you can also join as a member of the Adventurers Guild, which is our membership option here on YouTube. It's month to month. You can choose from a variety of different tiers. We also have a Patreon page if you want to check out my own game dev work and my own writing work with our point and click adventure game, our book series, and our 5th edition tabletop setting. And of course, if you see me in a live stream or premiere, you can always do super chats and stickers. Until then, stay safe, everybody, and let me know if you've played this game yet, what your thoughts are of it. I'm pretty happy so far. See you next time.